Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4. Now, I think there might have been a few seconds missing from the last recording because, unfortunately, my hard drive did seize up, but we are back, and hopefully, at least happily, the save did survive that issue. Right, so let's see where we are, though. I think we have just decided to call back our submarines towards France because really we do need to save up some fuel for the planned invasion of the Soviet Union, which is going to be extremely tough. We did bomb up the Soviets and we deliberately waited until 1941. That being said, I think we should ask our Hochseeflotte from the Kriegsmarine to also stick in port for now. But what I would like to do is grab these other guys here. These mine layers, basically. Oh, you should also get some guy. Why not you? Let's take Lutyens. So you guys, your job is going to be to lay mines here in the upper Baltic Sea. And the reason, of course, is that we do want to make life a little bit more difficult for the Soviets up over there. And then I think one of the things that we're also going to start to do is potentially send some submarines up there in the north. In the northern theatre. So, you know what? Let's actually grab one of you guys there, attach you to this group, and then we're going to grab two of these groups, which are going to be, I guess, set up in a new task force. Yeah, we should do that. Right, okay. You guys are going to be new task force. You're also going to well, I would like to get Donitz. Donitz should also get, let's give him Lancer. I think Lancer is pretty good. And that is Donitz, kind of good. Oh, loading drill. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's going to be nice. You're going to be a very good guy for us. Right, and we've got some other guys here. Well, retreat decision. I don't think that is necessarily the best. And Lutyens, you can also do concealment. You know what? Let's do concealment, and it is going to be Lutyens who's going to be commanding these guys. And then honestly, you up over here. Anyone. Right. Okay. And you guys, your job is you can go up to here, let's say. Well, both of these ships can go up to here. And then we're going to stop the... You know what? We don't want to do that. We want to go... We want to go the entire... I can't queue up orders. That's a little bit annoying. Okay. We're going to send you over there and then going to do that manually, which is going to be alright. I think everything else is going to be fine. We're mostly going to wait here. Oh, I did send out some land and lease stuff for the old equipment, basically the stuff that I don't really want to have, truly. So, yeah, let's see about that. Right, this is both of you guys, right? No, unfortunately, you didn't get the memo. Let's do send you out then. Okay, lots of stuff going on here. We can also do some air support, and I would like to get the naval bombing down here, so I think that is a good idea. Let's go for air support there. What else do we have? Resistance, we can ignore. Insufficient resources. Yes, rubber is still a big issue. But I think with the construction of a couple more refineries, synthetic fuel refineries, Leunawerk and stuff, we can probably be fine there. Let's get over there. I don't want to go through the western approaches. There are probably going to be some bombers there. Speaking of bombers, just the usual stuff here. At least, I think they can't keep that up indefinitely. I think we can do that for a lot longer than they can. So I think that is kind of nice. Not seeing too many air battles here. Even the English Channel seems to be pretty fine, so that's good. Right, can I get you over here now? Yes, that's exactly the route that I would like you to take. Jeez, why is the game so stupid sometimes? We're going to see, we're going to see. Right. Operatives. Oh yeah, we can recruit another one. That is lovely. So, torpedo, infiltration. I think we're going to go with infiltration. You guys are still trying to infiltrate the army here. That is probably a good idea. Let's get some people here to Smolensk, build up the network efficiency. We can actually, you know what, we are not deciphering them, are we? I would very much like to decipher the Soviet Union. That should actually be a pretty high priority. If we could reveal that in the first moment, that would be pretty fantastic. Apparently we do have some free military factories. You know what? I think we're going to get another railway. Oh, no. So mechanized equipment is also a good idea. Yeah, ultimately we do want to set up a couple of divisions with that, and we are building the Tiger. So I think combining these guys is probably going to be a good idea. Yeah, there we go. Port strikes. Submarines, submarines, submarines. The Brits, I mean, it's amazing just how much stuff they have, but sometimes I really wonder whether we ever going to be able to deal with that stuff. Right, you're going to obviously be assigned to the mountain group. One of the mountain group guys is going to be assigned to the defensive group. And you are going to be assigned to... Well, we've got 2 guns here in the north. Do we want to put 2 guns in the south? I don't think so. I think the north is going to be a little bit more worrisome. So we're actually going to assign that to the 1st Army here. Or 2nd Army, I think it is. And you can get over there. Great. Right, and we can do further doctrines here on the naval side. Again, I think with the Navy we're going to wait until these 3 days here until we get the advanced fire control system. And that's lovely. By the way, notice how many mines there are in this region over here. There we go. Advanced fire control system done. Lovely. I think that means it is time to look at the light cruisers that we can design. So yeah, let's take a look at them again. So best engine, very useful just for the max speed because that does provide some evasion. Radar and sonar, we are going to use radar simply for the surface detection. That's going to be useful. Fire control systems are also going to be nice. Well, the reliability goes down, but I think the overall attack patterns are going to be so much better. We are going to give it some anti-air, because that is useful. And we're going to wait for that. We're going to go with the dual-purpose gun here. I don't think we're going to include that much armor, because I think the piercing is usually enough to basically... You know what? Let's actually check that briefly. So if we do look at our destroyers, can we effectively prevent the destroyer shooting at us? If we look at, let's say, this guy over here. It has a light piercing of 2 or 1. And even if we get a better battery here... Okay, if we exceed 2 with our light cruiser, that would be a good idea. Simply to at least protect ourselves against the worst that these destroyers can offer. So some armor, but it's a 10% increase in cost. I'm really not sure it's worthwhile, and it does reduce speed. Okay, let's do it. Let's have them armored just a little bit, just a scooch. No more than that, but we're going to do that at least. Right, rapid fire guns. We do have a dual purpose one there, or we have got the heavy cruiser. No, we don't want to do a heavy cruiser. Dual purpose main battery does give us light attack 3, anti-air 3. This gives us light attack 6 and piercing. That's quite a bit more, isn't it? Okay, we're going to go with the light cruiser battery. And then everything else, though, I think should be dual purpose main batteries. 1 torpedo launcher is probably going to be a good idea. Dual purpose secondaries. Can we go for dual purpose secondaries here? No, we can't. Okay. Dual purpose secondaries it is. Wherever we can. Don't think we want anti-submarine. Don't think we want float plane. Don't think we want these big ass batteries. Anti-air, of course, is useful. I don't like mine rails. Yeah, I mean, the light attack goes up by so much that I do really think we need the dual purpose guns here. How much are we going to get here? This is 1.5, this is 3. Yeah, these are really good guns. Yeah, I like it. And notice how costly it is to design that. Blowment force does give us screen visibility and max speed. I don't think this counts as a capital ship. I think it counts as a screen. It should at least. So this is going to be our standard. Whoops. This is going to be our standard light cruiser. And we are going to close that design. Yeah, fantastic. Good. let's start producing these babies and try to get a couple of these guys ready. So we're going to go with just a single couple of ships here and then see what we can basically put into that. So we've got at this point 35, so I think we can potentially design 3 at the same time and be reasonably sure that they are going to be finished sort of always at the same time, which I think is going to be a great choice. And by the way, one thing that I should change is you're going to be just a standard ship here. Thank you. Good. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 more here, but I think these 2 we can just pour into more production of this, and we're going to actually, sorry, this way around. We're going to actually start producing these until infinity, and that's fine. So that should also mean that we are going to use any repairs are going to be feeding into that. Good. Okay, I like it. What else are we going to research then? I think we do definitely need the industry here, and what I would really like to do is get more rubber. So let's start doing that. And we're going to pretty much ignore these things here because there's just so many ships that can be taken out. Synthetic rubber done, that is good. There's nothing else here that we can do really for our economy. We could do the Atlantic Valve and everything, but it is May already, so we are actually going to do the big one here. War with the USSR. Let's actually look at our resources. Okay, things are looking pretty nice here. Let's actually change a couple of these things. Paradox, please do give me an automation feature here. Right, this looks fine. Let's spend no more than we need to though. So yeah, rubber is starting to look a little bit better, and I think once we are constructing at least these 3 guys here, we should be fine. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to decrease the number of these guys and actually cancel these guys entirely. And then we have a chance to build a little bit more here in railway infrastructure, which I did set up in between episodes, but I do think should be pretty good. You've got another coastal defense ship done. Nice. Good, yeah. War in Italy, sorry, in Africa with the Italians. Really not going great, but what can we do, eh? More doctrine stuff available, that is the aircraft. Let's go for the naval efficiency, because that is truly what I want, because clearly that is going to be the only way that we can possibly beat the United Kingdom. Oh, look at that. Revenge going down by Bolzano, which is a heavy cruiser? Yeah. Nice. Critical hit there. Lovely. Good, yeah, but we can't take that on at all, absolutely whatsoever. Right, that being said, air wings with no missions. Are they bombing us anywhere? Doesn't seem to be the case, so that's fine. Some planes bombing here. I suppose that's okay. There's no aircraft over here, which is interesting. Just thinking a couple of convoys there. How about the English Channel? Looks fine. We are regaining some fuel. It's not quite as fast as I would like it to be, so let's actually go to... Ooh, look at that. Rubber is starting to look fine. Let's go back to fuel here and see what we can change. So, Iraq is selling us quite a bit. Legionary Romania has more. Let's buy that. And Iraq, maybe? Iraq doesn't need any convoys, interestingly enough. Didn't realize that. Wonder why. But yeah, that should give us the... We're not fueling up as fast as I would like. Japan declaring war on the Philippines. Okay, that is an interesting development. That will put them at war against the United States very rapidly, I think. Are you actually in war yet? Jesus. You awakened the United States in early 1941. That's harsh. That's really not what I would have liked to see here. Siam, that does mean that I think they are buying more rubber from Siam, which means we are not getting that. Which is not exactly great. So I evidently miscounted somewhere over here. I think we did get another tank division. Alright, so that does mean that we have 2 motorized divisions that right now we don't really know what to do with. I I guess what we could do is we could form another entirely motorized army. Let's actually look at our logistics here for a second. So we've got around about 100 medium tanks and quite a couple of light tanks, but most of them are sort of older stuff, older versions that I don't really like to see around. So I suppose we can go at least train up 2 more tank divisions. Let's do that. So get that in. Actually, I only want 1 of you. Okay, 2 divisions. We are a little bit shy on some of the light equipment here, but that's mostly fine. We're going to be building that as we go. Still, that's okay. So 2 more of these divisions. That means if we train up a couple, so we've got 2 from these guys. We've got 2 more that are going to come in. So that means we're going to need 20, right? And we actually do have the equipment to do that, which is interesting. And we've got the manpower to do it. Barely so, but that's probably going to be the extent of our building here. Yeah, medium tanks, we're shy. Light tanks, we're a little bit shy. We're building a couple of heavy tanks, but that's going to be a very slow process here. Interestingly enough, that you could actually convert a couple of things here, which I didn't think you could. But fine, I suppose. Anything else here that we are producing excessively, maybe? Yeah, I think maybe support equipment, we could do a little bit less of that. And instead start to produce more tanks and light tanks. Which does apparently mean we need more tungsten. Please, Paradox, give me a way to automate that. I think I said that, but I'm going to say it every time. 6 submarines sunk there, lovely. That was a very good result. How many submarines and stuff do you have? We don't know all about your navy, but pretty much your submarines are starting to look a little bit deplenished there. Right, what was that? Navy? What's that navy? No, that was just your relations, I think, to Sweden. Yeah, again, war down there, not going great. Destroyer hulls, great. Firefighting drills, all of that is useful, but let's concentrate on the task at hand, which is the ground war. Not going to go down any of these routes right now. We could go for mountain infantry. Interesting. Why do we have a boost on that? It's certainly going to be useful, I think. But maybe not critical. I would like to do some mouse tanks, but that is very far off. What's the difference here in the light tank chassis? Max speed looks a little bit better. Production costs are of course increasing. Armor is increasing quite a lot, and hardness is the same. Breakthrough is also the same. So it's a worthwhile thing to do, but maybe not right now. I think some better anti-air might also be useful at this time. Oh, but also soft attack. No, definitely soft attack artillery upgrade. Jesus, why don't I have that? That's a really, really important research. And it's pretty quick, so yeah, we are going to go for that for sure. Rubber, still a big issue, of course, but hopefully at least it's going to become better. Especially with the rubber processing and the amount of construction here that we're doing. So 2 more of these things. I think at this point each of them gives us 3 rubber. It's probably going to become a little bit better over time. By the way, is there any decision that we could do? Better worker conditions or something like that? No. No. Everything is fine. Port strike results. Early cruiser hulls. Early cruiser hulls. Yes. Wild Ace. Nice. That is good. There is a decision that is timing out. Not really sure what that is. Don't see it. Right, low manpower. Yeah, but it's kind of okay. And then we've got more doctrines on the air side. Strategic bombing, not that important. Interception detection, kind of okay, but not really that critical. Let's go for ground support here. I think that is the most important critical decisions done for at this point then. Right, it is June 1941. And I think we all know what that means. It means we're going to be a little bit late. But not that much actually. So July then. Fair enough, I think. We don't have any heavy tanks yet, but soon we're gonna. You know what? You guys are gonna train in Sachsen, you guys are gonna train in Bohemia. These medium tanks, we can go to Ostmark, and these guys here too. Right, electric torpedo done. Nice and lovely. Again, let's focus a little bit on the ground war. Oh. Huh, well that's curious. That's definitely an important 1941 research. I think we did focus a little bit on the Navy side there, but still, it's probably going to be alright. Medium tanks are starting to look okay-ish again. Do we want to convert these guys? What's the main difference here? Piercing is a lot better. Okay, you guys do have the better guns. I think it might be worthwhile to start converting a couple of you guys. And honestly, since we are seeing a couple of Panzer IIAs here, I think it's also nice to convert a couple of these guys. Yeah, you can see it's not going down quite as fast, but I think it's going to be alright. That probably means that it's just mostly converting stuff and sending that back to the divisions and such. So that should be a-okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is what is happening here. Unfulfilled import. Siam. We don't need as much tungsten, but that's going to change very rapidly once we're done with the conversion. So I think that's okay. Ooh, one of the synthetic fuel refineries has been built, so that's good. Rubber. How much are we producing right now? We are producing 3 and 1. Where's that 1 coming from? Why 25? Probably there is a boost. I just can't see the boost. Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be combat a little bit over time. Right, more convoys sunk and such. Not the most important thing at this point, because it is becoming July, and that does mean we are gonna be kicking off. I think in this episode, I think that is fair. Right. Yeah, I think what we need to do is pick 2 of you guys. No, sorry, wrong. What I meant was 2 of you guys are going to get into a new army. That new army is just going to sit sort of alongside things. Do get back to Berlin due to supply issues, please. Speaking of supply issues, since we do already see supply issues here across the entire front, well, mostly with the Romanians, but still. Also, by the way, I think you can really stop training at this point. By the way, I noticed that a lot of you are not quite confident in your battle plans here, which is interesting. Oh, and we can get to the last bit here in our doctrines. That's really great, because I really like to see them. Good. Fuel is also starting to look a little bit better. That's going to change soon. Since we are going to get to war with the USSR soon, let's actually set up our air force a little bit better. Right, so we are sending a lot of fighters down here. I don't actually think we need these, or at least I think that this area here is going to be of a high importance. So let's try to pull off fighters that we think are a little bit spare, maybe, and put them into air cover over these areas that are more relevant. Right, most of you are fine. Which air wings don't have any jobs to do? Okay, you guys can get, I think, over here. We are going to focus mostly on Eastern Poland with ground strikes during the day. And we've got more fighters which are currently assigned to the English Channel. That's of course not where we want you to be. Let's instead get you down here over the Eastern Balkans. You're going to be fighting over there. And what else do we have? Close air support. You guys can get over here and again strike this area. Some tactical bombers. You guys are going to go up here and going to cover the Baltics. More tactical bombers. You guys are going to get down here then and also going to cover the Balkans down here. Anyone else? Another Jagdgeschwader from the Benelux region. Okay, you are actually going to go here over the Balkans. And then these 200 fighters here We are going to actually assign you to here and also towards the central region. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. That is pretty much all of our Air Force, really. Well, that is all of our Air Force which is currently not engaged. We have 400 fighters or 600 for the defense of the Reich. 800 actually. So that's a little bit too much, I think. So let's actually send you over here too. I think 600 fighters should be more than enough. Yeah, we're going to keep these 600 fighters about. You guys are just doing naval strikes here. You guys are actually ground support troops, so you should actually be able to get somewhere else. I think over the Balkans is also going to be a good idea, and then we are going to ask you to do some normal ground strikes here. Yeah, that is better. We've still got these 400 guys there, that's okay. You guys are doing fine over here. Everyone else is fine. You guys are removing. That's good. Yeah, we've got the transport planes. We're not really going to do anything with them. That is fine. We're probably going to pull up a couple more air groups as we go along here. So what have we got? We've got a lot of fighters. We've got about 1,000 fighters actually. We've got not that many bombers. Most of them are actually a little bit too old, I suppose. So yeah, but fighters we've got. So let's go with a group of 400 up over here, and then another group of 400. I think we're going to use them fairly aggressively. So you're going to be deployed, that's fine. And then we are going to ask this group here. You guys can actually... One of you is going to merge up with these guys. You guys are going to merge up with them. There we go, that's fine. But you guys here, your job is going to be to do convoy raiding in the Barents Sea. Try to prevent the Soviets trading on that front line. That would be fantastic. All of our defensive troops are doing defensive stuff. That is, of course, brilliant. I would love to support our friends here. And it looks like some of these Brits here really are suffering from supply issues a lot. And I think at this point we might actually be able to do something over here. So let's bring these troops down here. And then maybe I'm going to send them over. I don't know. I think the situation here in the east is a little bit too tight already. So yeah. Right, can I do anything here with my command power, by the way? We don't have any spirit here, that really we should change. Yeah, but we're not getting enough army experience, all in all. We should also try to add some things here. But yeah, this is going to cost us political power. Armor technology, max speed. No, that is, we want to keep you. War with the USSR, there we go. Okay, what's going to be our next political point? We could go Atlantic. Air innovations are, I think, kind of useful. Battlefield support reduction, not that critical. Air innovations 2 for radar technology, not bad. Also rocketry, I think we are going to get to a point where that is more relevant. Let's actually look at that. When is the first rocket stuff coming due? 1940 for that and 1943 for this. Okay, 1943 is still a little bit off, so not a high priority here. Vienna awards, I do like the integration here. Dockyard facilities, plans add, U-boat effort. This is of course all irrelevant at this point, so we don't need to be too concerned about that. Modular construction for submarine production cost. Trade interdiction, crossing the Atlantic. I think some of these things are useful. So I'm very intrigued about extended dockyard facilities. But on the other hand, our most important concern here is the USSR at this point. We don't need these air bases. The air experience is nice but not critical. Battlefield support doctrine. We don't really need that. So I think our most important concern here, let's do something political and reintegrate Luxembourg and the Elsass. I think it's going to be relatively nice to do that. Good. Available war go. against the Soviet Union. There we go. But, you know what, guys? I think it is a good place to put in a cut. So, next time, we're going to kick in the door and bring the entire thing down. It's probably not what is going to happen, but it is going to be interesting to see that nonetheless. Yeah, the cipher, way too far off. That's a many, many days off, so that is not going to work. We could infiltrate the Air Force. That doesn't sound too bad. We could also try to steal... Coordinated strike. Prepare port strike and strategic mission bombing raids in the target, and they will strike as the mission completes and initiate war. Thing is, that's not really what we need. Blueprints. Resistance contracts. No. Capture the cipher is probably going to be the best that we can do. Let's do it. And I think it's going to be again the girls. But there we go. So, that being said, hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and everything, and I'll see you around next time for the big one. Bye bye, guys.